So in this video, magsasolve tayo ng sample problem which involves the calculation of the compression factor using three different techniques. Okay, so for number one, using the Van der Waals equation of state, calculate the compression factor of neon at 300 Kelvin and 0.45 atmospheres pressure. So the Van der Waals constants are given. For A, it's 0.1441 atmospheres liter squared per mole squared. B is 0.014 liters per mole. So this is the equation, okay, Van der Waals equation, and as you can see, A is located at the pressure correction factor. So this involves, or this is the one that describes interaction. Okay, ito yung nagko-correct due to the interaction or IMFA between the molecules. So ito namang B, it is directly related to the molecular size or the volume of your individual particles. Okay, so pag pinagsama-sama mo sila, that would be B, that's in liters per mole. So it affects the molecular or the molar volume of your system. Okay, so for letter A, you'll just be using this ratio, Z is equal to V bar real over V bar ideal. So ika-calculate natin yung V bar real and V bar ideal separately, tapos kukunin lang natin yung ratio. So for the V bar ideal, we'll just use the ideal gas equation. So V bar ideal is equal to RT over P. Kasi diba, sa ideal gas equation, we have PV bar is equal to RT. You know that V bar is V over N. Kaya ang kanyang units ay liters per mole. Okay? Substituting the values, we have 0.082056, that's a constant R, liter atmosphere per mole Kelvin, times the temperature, 300 Kelvin, over the pressure, which is 0.45 atmospheres. So, ito yung kanyang V bar ideal, 54.704 liters per mole. So, solving for V real involves converting yung iyong Van der Waals equation into a cubic polynomial form. Tapos, yung cubic polynomial na yun, isosolve mo yung V bar using a particular solver, okay, that can determine the roots of the cubic equation. Okay? So, to be able to convert yung Van der Waals equation into a cubic polynomial form, you'll just have to multiply the equation by V bar minus B, which is the denominator here, and V bar squared. So, pag minultiply mo na yan, both sides, by the product of those two, makukuha mo na itong expression na to. So, PV bar cube minus PV bar squared B is equal to RT V bar squared minus A times V bar squared minus B quantity. Okay? So, kapag inayos nyo na itong equation na to, you'll get this particular cubic equation, PV bar cube minus quantity RT plus PB times V squared plus AV bar minus AB is equal to 0. Okay, so you'll substitute the values of A and B, tapos yung pressure, yung temperature, given naman siya lahat. All you need to do is to solve for the V. Okay, so solving for the cubic equation using your solvers. Okay, so pwede nyo gamitin yung inyong calculator or computer for this. You'll solve V bar real is equal to 54.712 liters per mole. So since meron na tayo ng V ideal dito sa taas and we have V real sa baba, we'll just solve the ratio V bar real over V bar ideal, which is equal to Z. So, kapag dinivide niyo yung dalawa, 1.000146242 ang inyong magiging value ng compression factor. Okay? So, sa technique na to, hindi tayo gumamit ng kahit anong assumptions. And we didn't do any approximations. Kasi, ang mga solutions natin dito ay puro analytical, even this solver. Okay, so the root is very analytical kasi sinolve lang natin yung cubic equation and this is very straightforward, yung V idea. So we solve for the ratio without doing any assumptions or approximations. Okay, so dito naman sa second technique, okay, delete ko lang to. So second technique, we will use the expanded form of your Z as a function of V, 1 plus B over V bar plus B over V bar squared plus B over V bar cube minus A over VRT. So, kanina na-solve na natin yung V bar real, 54.712 liters per mole. So, you can use this equation. Although, this is supposed to be a Maclaurin series expansion. So, it is supposed to be infinite. Pero nilimit ko lang siya sa hanggang sa third power na exponent. So, kasi kapag ginawa ko yon, it will take a lot of time kasi infinite siya. And also, if you solve for b over v bar, the value is already small. So, kapag ka nagdagdag ka pa ng mga 4th power, 5th power, kapag ni-raise mo to sa 4th power or 5th power, masyado na siyang maliit para magkaroon ng significance dun sa value ng inyong compression factor. So, I just did the value of b over v, tapos sinave ko yung value ng b over v sa calculator. Okay? Tapos sinolve ko yung a over vrt. Okay? So, sinolve ko rin yan using to the calculator. So, for example, sinostore nyo siya sa x, ito ay store nyo sa y. All you need to do is to input in the calculator 1 plus x squared plus x cubed. I forgot the x, yung first power. So, 1 plus x squared plus x cubed. So, ito na yung magiging representation nun. Minus y for the a over vrt. So, kapag in-input nyo ito sa calculus, makukuha nyo yung value ng z. So, the value of z is 1.000148959. So, tingnan natin, compare natin. This is the value of your z kanina. Okay. 1.0014262. So, dito naman, 14895. So, meron tayong little difference because of the other terms na hindi natin in-include. So, kapag in-include na natin siguro yung mga terms na yon, magkakaroon ka na ng increased similarity dun sa values. Okay? So, finally, we use the form that is based on the low pressure assumption. Okay, so if you do the low pressure assumption, you'll see that you're just substituting the volume with the ideal volume. Okay, this is just the ideal volume kasi v bar is equal to RT over P, and that is the ideal gas equation. So kung titingnan nyo, hindi siya katulad nitong V real. Okay, kasi yung V real ang ginamit natin dito sa letter B. So, sa letter C, ang gagamitin natin ay V ideal. So, titingnan natin kung ano yung magiging difference. Okay? So, for this one, I solve for the BP over RT. So, the value is 2.5592 times 10 to the negative 4. Again, maliit na value na siya. So, hindi ko na in-include yung mga higher powers of BP over RT. So, I also solve for the AP over RT squared. The value is 1.070072739 times 10 to the negative 4. So, finally, I solved for this the value of z using the same algorithm, using the same input. So, sinave ko siya sa x, I save this sa y, and then I perform the calculation in my calculator. 1 plus x squared plus x cubed minus y. Okay, so after I did this, I got the value of z, 1.000148981. So, makikita natin na hindi naman masyadong nagkakalayo yung mga values ng z, whichever you use. So, I just would like to point out na yung unang technique natin, using the ratio, did not use any assumption. So, the only assumptions we use are the succeeding values of b over b, v bar, inumit na natin siya because of the low value of the b over v bar. So unless maging significant yung value niya, you may not need to involve or include those terms dito sa equation, or unless gusto mo ng mas accurate na result. Ganun din naman dito, okay? Unless gusto mo ng mas accurate na result, you can add the other terms of the Maclaurin series expansion. Okay? So, this is how you calculate the compression factor, or these are the 3 ways you can calculate for the compression factor of a van der Waals gas. So, kapag ka ibang equation state, of course, you will have to derive another cubic expansion or another expression for the compression factor. Okay? So, see you next video.